Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Sign in and say good morning, and I will say good morning to you. This is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Jump in. Sign in and say good morning. I'll say good morning to you. Why don't you go ahead and tag at least two people and tell them morning coffee and me is on and we're ready to get started. Good morning, Lady Angie Biggs, Matlock. Good morning to you. Thank you, beautiful lady, for tuning in this morning. It is so good to see you Sunday. Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Go ahead and share, like, comment, share it. Tag two people. Tell them morning coffee and me is on. Good morning. And reminder, we're only going to be on for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Good morning. So we're going to get to start talking in just a moment. Good morning to my love. Good morning, Pastor Darius Harris. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Morning Coffee and Me. Y'all wake up. I'm not gonna lie, I was sleeping good. I was sleeping good. You know, sometimes you lay down but you don't sleep. Yeah, I was sleeping this morning. Thank God for rest. Good morning, Charmaine Reeves. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning, lady. I'm gonna call you Lady C. Good morning, Lady Ellison. Good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Tiffany Brooks. How are you? Happy New Year to you. Good morning, everyone. We got about a minute and we're going to get started this morning. Thank you all for tuning in to Morning Coffee and Me. I'm Pastor Latoya Harris. If this is your first time tuning in to Morning Coffee and Me, please shout out where you are tuning in from. Give us your city and your state. We welcome you. We welcome you. This is your morning inspiration station, your morning empowerment where you can get your spiritual caffeine boost. So, good morning to everyone who's tuning in. I just asked everybody to do me a favor and tag at least two people this morning and tell them Morning Coffee and Me is on. We are on part two of the healed version of you. And again, I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back with you all. I'm so glad after a month that I'm able to come back on and still share with you all the good news of Jesus Christ first and foremost, and also share with you some practical principles that you can use in your everyday life. So, good morning to everyone. Thank you all for tagging. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting this morning. Good morning to you. Hello, Shantae. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy New Year to everyone. It is still early in the new year, and God is already showing out. How many of y'all can attest to that? God already showing out in a good way. He already showing out. He already showing out. He already showing out. Good morning. How are you, Lady Carla Ma? Thank you so much, beautiful lady, for tuning in this morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Good morning to you, beautiful lady, First Lady Tanisha Long. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. Good morning. How are you? God bless you. Thank you for tuning in this morning. How are you? Good morning, Pastor Doris Atkins. Thank you so much for tuning in, beautiful lady. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Hello, Patricia Dawkins. Good morning to you. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being so consistent. Anytime Morning Coffee and Me comes on, you find yourself on, and I appreciate it. Good morning, Lady K. Good morning. It's good to see you. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. Listen, I have probably about 20 more minutes to talk to you all. So I'm going to get to talking. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Pastor Laverne Walker. Thank you so much for being so consistent and viewing Morning Coffee and Me. I definitely appreciate it and love you. Happy New Year to you. Hello, hello, Minister Stephanie Williams. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Bernicia McCowan. Good morning to you. I see you all coming on. Y'all keep tagging people. Keep tagging people. Keep tagging people. But again, if you watch this by replay, you can still like, comment, share. Let me get started here. We are on part 2 of the Heal version of you. I just want to make mention of this. Some of us are in different stages. Some of us have entered into the stages of healed with the ed on the end, which is past tense, which means that you've completed that stage. You're not in the process. So this basically is saying the healed version of you. I just want to give you steps to get to the ed, to get to the healed version of you, the complete version of you. Some of you all are in the process of healing. So that's ing, which means that you're in the process of going through this healing stage. And I just want to again give you some tips on how to walk this thing out, not just because I know everything, because I have experienced some things. And I firsthand, you may know too, but let me just testify just for a moment. um Good morning to everybody who's just coming on. I can testify to you that I serve a God who knows how to heal you in all the places you hurt. Can anybody testify to that? I serve a God who even the unimaginable knows how to take your heart. Good morning, Minister Joe Lee Mans. Good morning to you. He knows how to take the broken pieces, the shattered pieces of your heart, and put those pieces back together again. He knows how to heal you in places you can't explain, you can't express, you can't even find the words to speak of. He knows how to, don't let me get to talking about him. Y'all know how I do. He knows how to heal you in those dark, deepest crevice places that you can't even talk to whatever, whoever, the individual that you feel like have caused the pain. God knows how to go in those places, and he knows how to heal you perfectly just right. I just want to talk to those of you all who have ever experienced any type of pain in life, and more than likely that's every human being on this God's green earth. Any type of pain that you've ever experienced in life, to know what it's like to hurt and ache, not just natural pain, but to know what it's like for your heart to bleed. Am I talking to anybody today? To know what it's like for your heart to ache, to know what it's like to have an unbearable pain that continues to resurface from month to month and year to year, and not knowing what to do with that pain. I just want to lead you down the correct, that's right, Minister Stephanie Williams. I want to lead you down the correct path today, a process of how to get out of these recurring moments of trauma and drama that literally stops, hinders, and blocks movement in your life. It stops you from growing. It stops you from maturing. It keeps you bitter. Can I talk to anybody? Good morning, beautiful lady Tamika. It keeps you bitter. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you in revenge mode. It keeps you in fighting mode. It keeps you competing with others and even competing with your own self. It causes so much chaos in your life. And a lot of times we get so used to living this way that we don't see a different way to live. We get so used to replaying moments because those moments of pain, sometimes not letting it go, is the only thing that comforts us. It's the only thing that says, well, they did this. It's the only thing you have to hold on. Am I talking to anybody this morning to say, they did this, or this is how I grew up, or this is what was done wrong to me? And it gives you reasons to stay broken. It gives you, okay, y'all not gonna talk this morning. Good morning, beautiful lady Brianna Ware. Thank you for tuning in this morning. It gives you reasons to stay in uncomfortable situations. It gives you reason basically to nurse your pain. I'm not here to nurse your pain. I'm here to let you know that there is a different version of you that is on the horizon. There is a version of you that you've never met before that's trying to emerge if you quit submerging the pain and allow God to go in and allow God to do what he needs to do in your heart. He wouldn't be a God if he didn't know how to change our heart. He's not our God if he did not know how to literally work miracles. I'm talking about, not saying that you just won't remember it, but it won't affect you the same way that it has been affecting you. I am a living witness. I need to let you, not just brokenness, but when you have wounds, deep rooted wounds, it takes time to heal. That's the first thing you need to know. Good morning, Paige Williams. And again, happy birthday to you. Celebrate all month long if you like. If you like, yes, yes, yes. Someone saying yes, yes, he knows. He's a healer. Yes, God. Yes, I felt all of that. He will heal you. He'll make you whole. I know what that's like. My God. Y'all talking. I want y'all to continue to talk this morning. I need you to understand that those deep rooted wounds that God can even heal, that unresolved past issues, unforgiveness, discouragements, feelings of rejection, all of that. God has a way out and a way of escape for you. He has a way of bringing you out and bringing you through. I told you all on last Thursday, you just got to let him. You got to let him. You got to be willing to let go of the pain. You got to be willing to let go of the situation. You got to be willing not to want revenge. You got to be willing to go on about your business. Can somebody type that? Just say, go on about your business. Go on about your business. Don't worry about if whoever offended you, if something bad's gonna happen to them, if they're gonna get repaid for how they treat you. Go on about your business. Go on with your life. Can somebody type that this morning on Morning Coffee with Me? Go on about your business. Go on about your business. Go on. I know what they did was wrong. Go on about your business. I know what they said was absolutely below the belt. Go on about your business. I know, and 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 I know. I know it was not right. Go on about your business. Go on about your business. Take care of your business. Take care of what you have going on in your life. There's a saying that says that you can't catch no fish trying to watch my line. And a lot of times when we feel like people have offended us, hurt us, we watch them so hard, waiting on them to fail, waiting on them not to succeed, waiting on them to get back for what they said, something to happen to them. This and that. Go on about your business. Go on about your life. Go on with what God is doing in your life. Take your eyes off of your offender. Take your eyes off of whatever the situation is and go on about your business. Go on about your business. Y'all, hey Rachel, go on about your business. I'm not talking to anybody on the line today. Just go on about your business. Go on about your business and let God handle, let God fix, let God do whatever it is that he's going to do. Listen, we spoke last Thursday on Proverbs 17:22, and it says, a cheerful heart is a good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. And so when we don't have a cheerful spirit, when we from the inside out don't have joy, we then internalize these things that hurt us so bad, and we begin to literally dry up our health, our mentality, our mental state, our spiritual walk literally begins to dry up because there is no joy, there is no cheerfulness. It's not starting from the inside out. So what happens in return of not having a cheerful spirit, a joyful spirit, is things begin to literally dry up in our life because our spirits have been crushed. Our hearts have any of you all heart ever been crushed before? I'm talking about crushed like you can feel it. I mean, like you can feel it in your chest. You can feel it. I mean, crushed like your feelings just got crushed. Your dreams just got, I mean, crushed. I ain't talking about broken. I'm talking about when you crush something, you just, I mean, it's been just literally smashed and mashed all over. Absolutely. That's the type of pain I'm talking about. It literally will cause you to dry up. It will dry up your bones. It will take the life from you if you don't experience this eternal life and allowing God to come in and do what he does best. He is a masterful surgeon. He is a masterful healer. He knows how to cut us all in the right places. That's it. Go on about your business. Go on about your business. Handle your business. Thank y'all for talking this morning. Handle your business. I need you to understand that God is in the business of healing. He's in the business of restoring. He's in the business of working miracles in your life. I need you to understand that while you are healing, let's take a quick turn real quick. While you are healing, and in the healing process, I need you to understand that the only people that will be with you, are around you, are comfortable with you while you're healing, is people who have gotten used to the unhealed version of you. Let me stop her. Do you know that when you're unhealed, that literally you attract other unhealed individuals and relationships? I bet you some of y'all haven't even thought about that. The unhealed version of you attracted certain relationships, and those relationships across the board have become, y'all know, the first of the year, I love to always talk about relationships on every level. Those relationships, some were attracted to you, the unhealed version of you. Notice this: when you start healing, when you start growing, when you start maturing, when you start coming into who you really are, think it not strange that the individuals that were comfortable with the unhealed version of you, the version that did not know who he or she was, the version of you that would not speak up for yourself, the version of you that did not know where you were headed in life, the version of you that did not know what God had called you to do. I wish y'all would respond better than I'm talking. The version of you that had no idea that God had anointed you and called you, and God had said he has appointed you for the nations or for your city or for your family, whatever. That version of you has created a life of relationships that, if they don't change with you, mature, grow, and get healed with you, this is what begins to happen. You will begin to lose some relationships that were built on the unhealed version of you. So let me just say this: wounded people attract wounded people. Unhealed people attract unhealed people. So what does that mean? When you begin to heal, you will begin to attract healing. You will begin to attract relationships, other individuals who are whole. Because there is a demeanor of an unhealed individual. There is a demeanor, there is an aura from an individual who is unhealed, an individual who is broken, an individual who's still carrying pain. There is a sound, there is a verbiage, there is a movement, There can you there are whole attributes and characteristics of unhealed individuals. There's a sound of rejection every time something happens. The individual that deals with rejection or the unhealed parts of them will begin to think that everything is rejecting them, everybody is rejecting them, and everybody is against them. You got to understand that when you become healed, your language changes. When you become healed, the way you sound and move and how you dress begins to change, because it doesn't just start from the outside, but it starts from the inside. Good morning, Mother Barbara Hope. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much. I had to just stop right there. Good morning to you. Absolutely. So when you begin to heal, things in your life will become better. And let me just tell you this: most of us account healing to quantity. We account healing to, okay, well, if I'm healing, then I'm going to have more. If I'm healing, then I'm going to have more friends. Well, if I'm healing, then I should have more relationships. If I'm healing, then I should have more opportunities. If I'm coming into the healing part of me, then it should be more. Let me tell you, when you really begin to heal, what begins to happen is things that are not healed will begin to peel. They will begin to peel off of you. They will begin to fall off of you. Relationships begin to fall off. And because you can't relate anymore, you can relate on how it feels, but you don't even want to talk about the very thing that continues to keep you. When you become healed, you like, you know what? I can't afford another moment to stay there. I can't afford, I can't waste another second on them and what happened. I can't afford and let me just say this, because I just want to say this so you all know that hey Sharita, you all know that I try to be as transparent as possible. But I need to share something with you all. I experienced something that was not even of my own whatever, because what I tend to do, that sometimes is a toxic trait of myself, I tend to take on others problems, and I tend to allow others to pull me into their drama and their trauma, all in the name of trying to bring a solution, all in the name of trying to help, people and individuals. And I end up bringing their storms and anybody else like me into my life. It may not be my personal storm, but I call myself, at the time, Miss Fix It, and thinking I can fix it and I can change it. And I had to realize that I could not change the situation. Are y'all gonna say amen to that? I could not fix the situation. I had to realize that there was nothing that I could have done or didn't do that would have changed the situation or the outcome. Are y'all gonna talk right today? That I really did not have control over what was going to take place or what was going to happen. Hello, cousin. How are you, Minister Tasha Brown? Thank you so much. I love you. I didn't have control over it, and what really broke me more before God healed me was the fact of how much time I invested before I realized that there was nothing that I could do or could have done. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I wish I could hear y'all. You all talking. Let me catch up on the comments. It I When I was healed and when I chose to make a conscious decision to allow God to heal my brokenness and to heal every area where I hurt. When I decide to let it go and say, you know what, I don't even care why, when, where, what, how. I don't even want to figure out why. I don't even want to even go through the logist of all of that. And when I got to that place and I actually let God, and I took a moment and I told people this, I took a moment and I literally called out names before God in my private time of what I was letting go of. And y'all hear me? And who I was going to forgive, no matter if an apology had ever been mentioned, if sorry had ever been said. I hope I'm helping at least 20 people today. The apology has never been said, no matter if a conversation has never been had, no matter if they, never admit the hurt or the pain. I became mature enough to overcome and say, you know what, I'm letting it go. Not just because I'm letting it the situation go, but I'm letting the pain associated to it so that I can grow. And you all, the moment that I did that and I received the peace of God, let me just tell you all something um, from my own personal experience and my experience with my relationship with God. Um, you don't have peace when you're holding unforgiveness in your heart. I know y'all don't want to hear this morning. You think you got peace. You think you're doing okay, but you do not have true peace when you have unforgiveness in your heart, when you have hatred in your heart, when you have bitterness in your heart, when you're working on being vengeful. You don't have the peace. I need to tell you that there is another level of peace that when you forgive your offenders or whatever the situation may be across the board, there's another level of peace. And let me tell you what this peace is. You can't be bothered. Did y'all see how I say that? You can't be bothered. Can somebody type that for me? You can't be bothered. Do I need to yell it? You, when you tap into this peace and this joy that don't come from situations, it don't come from people, it don't come from your wife, it don't come from your husband, don't come from your friends, it don't come from accolades, it don't come from likes on Facebook, it don't come from praises, it don't come from promotion, it doesn't come from money. It doesn't come from fame. But when you type in the type, when you tap into the peace that comes from God, you unbothered. You so unbothered. You so unbothered in a good way. You will protect your peace like it is the last thing on God's green. Y'all see me shaking my head. God's green earth. You will be so unbothered when you really tap into the peace of God. And those who had access to your emotions, they no longer have access to your emotions in that type of way again, ever again in life. You forgive, you love, you move on, but you so unbothered when you tap into the peace. I'm just trying to get y'all there. I'm trying to literally, y'all have my makeup bag here. I wish I had like a suitcase, but I don't. So I'm trying to literally get you all to let go of that baggage that you holding so tight to, with all of this stuff inside of here of what happened, and this happened in 1982. That's my birth year. And this happened in 1979, and this was happening in 1960, and you got it all packed up in here. And God is like, let go of all of that so you can experience true peace. So I'm trying to get you to let go of that bag of hurt and pain and wounds, because God has something so much greater to replace it is. It is peace that passes your understanding. It's peace that you've never felt in this earth realm. It's a joy. It's a spirit of I can't be bothered. I've been bothered so long that I can't be bothered another day in my life. Or y'all, or did anybody type that? I'm coming through this morning. I've been so bothered so long that I can't be bothered. You can't pay to bother me. Hey, Mama Connie, thank you so much for tuning in this morning. She said some people will never give you an apology. Don't hold on to it. Keep moving on, trusting God. It is for you to be free. Absolutely. You can't pay me to be bothered. When you lose your peace and your joy, and you operated in anxiety and all of these things, and you finally get some sound mind, you finally get some quiet time in your mind and in your thoughts, and you finally stop worrying about what they said, what they did, and how you responded. Baby, I'm serious. I know that may not be correct English, but I'm just you be so unbothered. All right, you wanna walk away? I'm unbothered. All right. God told you to leave. I'm unbothered. May God bless you on your way. Ain't no cursing. Ain't no hoping things don't work out for you. It ain't even worth the breath. It ain't even worth the thought. It ain't even worth to even trying to wish something bad on somebody. I'm trying to help you guys mature and get to a place. I'm just so unbothered. You don't want to do it. And I'm just talking to y'all this morning. I had a conversation that I was going to type, but I didn't get to type on Facebook. So I'm going, hey Kimberly, I'm gonna get it out here. And I'm gonna say it here. I said this thing. I said, you know what? There is a spirit that I refuse to fight with. And I know most spiritual people be like, you gotta wrestle until. Let me tell you, there's a certain spirit that I refuse to fight with. There's a certain spirit I refuse to counsel with. There is a certain spirit I refuse to allow to have space in my life. There is a certain spirit that operates in individuals and that I refuse to give space in my life. And let me tell you what that spirit is for those of y'all. This is my personal preference. That is the spirit of rebellion. Rebellion in all forms of facet. I refuse to fight with a rebellious individual. We all have been rebellious before. We all have rebelled against God. When you've allowed this thing to overtake you to, if somebody say the sky is blue, you say no, it is turquoise blue. Or you say go left and they no, just because you say go left, I'm gonna go right. Just because you gave me directions, I'm gonna do the opposite of what you gave me to do for whatever reason. And I need y'all to understand rebellion is also a form, y'all don't want to talk about, of witchcraft. Rebellion also is a way of an individual holding on control of saying, why, how do you know? Because I know that I've acted out of rebellion at some point in some time. And when a person is operating in rebellion, majority of the time they hear nothing that you are saying at that moment. They are stuck and stubborn on their way, their will, and what they want to happen. You got to back off, you got to pray, and you got to say, maybe one day they will see that what they're doing is contrary to the will of God. Not just contrary to what you want or how you want their life to go, but contrary to the principles of God. So that's one spirit. When you want to be, it's one spirit I'm just not going to argue with, fight with. Rebellion is a form of control. It is a form of an individual also wanting to control the outcome, the situation, and to control others. Also a way of staying in control of their own lives. It is hitting hurt. It is hitting hidden wounds. It's a mechanism of protecting yourself. Nobody else will ever hurt me like that. Nobody else will ever get me in a position to where I won't be able to make own decisions for my life. And it puts you in a place of rebellion because you are so used to trying to protect yourself that sometimes we miss the principles and the directions of God. I know I took a swift left on some of you all, but you can't be so hurt that it puts you in a rebellious mindset. You can't be so hurt that when God sends good hearted people into your life, you keep rejecting them because of the past you've experienced. You can't be so hurt that you move into rebellion. I hope y'all see how it relates, correlates, how it connects together. You can't be so hurt that God is sending you good hearted people, but because you still have what happened to you, the scars and the wounds and the trauma and the drama, you can't even see that these individuals don't want nothing from you but to love you. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Don't want to buy you out, don't want to use you for a next platform. They not trying to connect to you. Hello, Evangelist Tyrunda Jones. They're not trying to connect to you for a next place. Or for who you know, or for your connections. They simply have been assigned to your life to be a blessing to you. Absolutely unbothered. I had to stop because that was a very touchy moment for me. There are some individuals, I'm prophetically speaking at this particular moment. For those of y'all who are on this live and you still riding it out and you still listening and you still connected, there are some individuals, places, connections that God is about to allow you to have. And I need to tell you before time that this next set and this next group of people will value you, appreciate you, and they're there for you. They don't want nothing from you. Well, why do some of y'all think that this can't happen to you? I'm going to tell you why it's going to happen. Because you did this for others. You showed up in their life with no preservation. You showed up, you cared, you loved, like the Bible said, love, unconditional love, and you didn't ask for anything in return. So prophetically, the Lord says, open yourself up to receive these type of connections. Some may come into your life, they may bless you and leave. They don't want their name called. They don't want you calling them on the phone every day. They don't have to hang out with you. I'm telling y'all what's taking place when you get healed. When you allow God to really heal you. They don't want nothing from you. It ain't no game. It's not no manipulation. I'm talking about true love. I'm talking about true kindness. I did it because I wanted to. I did it because God told me to. I blessed you because I'm obedient to the Spirit of God. I bless you because I felt like it. You don't owe me nothing. How many of y'all on this phone have blessed individuals and in your heart you say, God, they don't owe me nothing. I just did what you told me to do. Telling you, when you allow God to heal you, when you allow God to take all of that brokenness, all of that pain, all of that shame, all of that disappointment, and give it all to Him and say, God, this is too heavy for me. Can y'all do that for me just for a moment? I feel like it's altar call. This is too heavy for me. I don't want to carry it another day in my life. I've carried it for the last 20 years. I've carried it for the last 30 years. Carried it for the last 40 years. Carried it for the last 60 years. Carried it for the last 70 years. I've carried it for the last 80 years. I've carried this almost the entirety of my life. And God, I don't want to carry it no more. I release it and I release them. And I allow the goodness of God, the blessings to overshadow me. You deserve goodness. You deserve not to be in pain. You deserve not to live in shame and rejection. What am I saying as I close? Because I'm over my 30 minutes. I'm telling you, even though healing is in stages and healing is a process and healing takes time, you need to prepare your heart and your mind for God sending you you. Oh, Jesus. I hope y'all caught that because I did. I did. I did. I did. I did. You need to prepare in your mind for God sending you a you. Several of them. Can y'all give me a moment? I need somebody to type that today. You need to prepare. Excuse me, y'all. For God sending you a you. There's about 10 of y'all that don't know what I'm saying at this moment. What I'm saying is the you that loved unconditionally, the you that gave when you didn't have, the you that sacrificed all that you had, the you that gave love and didn't ask for nothing in return, the you that will help just about anybody, the you that counseled, and the you that took food out of your refrigerator to help other people, the you that stopped and used your car to get people where they were going, the you that encouraged other individuals when you needed encouragement yourself, the you that literally put yourself in fires that was never yours and never meant to, the you that walked through valleys and in dark places to pull people out and never ask for anything in return. God is about to send you another you. And when I say you, I mean in all forms, not just one person, but in all directions of your life. The mentality that some of you all have in the heart and the intent and the motives that you had towards individuals and God's people and people in general. You need to prepare your heart and your mind for God to send you another you. Don't reject it because it's coming. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And hear the word of the Lord. The Lord has not forgotten about the things that you've done that you think he has forgotten about. He has not forgotten about the people that you've helped that you think he has forgotten about. He has not forgotten about the times that you sacrificed that you may have think you have not been rewarded or it has not been manifested or you did it just because he asked you. I need to tell you that every seed that you've sown financially, whatever, naturally, words of encouragement, they're coming back to you and they're coming back bigger than what you gave them out. You need to thank God that God is sending you another you. I'm stuck, y'all. I am. The you that let them talk about you, laugh at you, make fun of you, and you said nothing. The you that you gave and gave and gave, and they walked off like you didn't do nothing for them. That. The you that gave them opportunity after opportunity to change, opportunity after opportunity to fix it, opportunity after opportunity to get it right. The you that had endless, unconditional love. Oh, I think I need to get off of the live today. Prepare for God to send you another you. May not look like you, may not sound like you, but the hearts will be right. The motives will be pure. The intentions will be well. I'm almost lost for words, but I feel the supernatural healing power of God. If you're on this live today, I want you to feel in your heart what I feel at this moment. I want you to let God heal you. No need to talk about it. If He's not going to show up and He's not going to do it. He already been ready to do it. He been waiting on us to get to this point. Why can't He do it for you? Why won't He do it for you? You did it for others. You didn't even think about it. Y'all, I need to get off the live, but thank you all so much for tuning into Morning Coffee and Me on this morning. I hope that this word, this encouragement has inspired you and has literally driven you to want to run towards the healing of God. Run towards letting all that trash go so that you can receive another you. And when I say another you, that is for individuals who have the right heart, the right motive, and the right intentions. Because to be honest, some of us don't want another us if we have not been doing it God's way. So I'm officially messed up for this morning. I literally see, even with the emojis, several of you all, the tears are flowing. And it's not tears of sadness, but it's tears of freedom and that I can finally let that go. So can somebody type that? I know I said 30 minutes, but y'all, the Lord. Can someone type that this morning? I finally let it go. If people only knew how long it took you to get to the finally. I finally let it go. This is for you. Nobody know what it took to get to the finally. And I need to tell some of you all, you couldn't have fixed it. You couldn't have changed it. It happened and it happened. And I touch and agree with you all. Don't pick it back up. Don't pick it back up. And these are not tears of sadness. These are not tears of grief. These are tears of joy and thankfulness and peace that only God can give. Nobody know how long it took you to get to finally. So I hope you've been blessed by the word. I hope lives have been changed. To really be honest, to tell people and individuals to be honest, that's the only reason I ever started this morning coffee and me, and it's the only reason that I continue. It is my main reason is to help others the way God has given it to me to help them out of the darkest areas and times of their lives and allow them to be able to live this kingdom life on a daily basis because things happen, life happens. That is my reason and that is my motive. And it will remain my focus and my motive. I hope you've been blessed by morning coffee and me. I appreciate some of you all who have already started sharing in your giving and already started sharing in your sowing. Listen, I don't even have a certain amount. Um, there are at least I know 5 of you all that can sow a seed, and some of y'all gonna be like, uh, that's quite a bit. There's 5 of you all in this live today that can sacrifice a seed of $100. I need to tell you that it cannot pay for what God. I'm trying to shake it, y'all. You cannot pay for what God. It cannot pay for the peace that God has given you, and you know it can't. To the 5 of you all or more that's going to sow your seed or give, the Cash App is on the screen. I want you to go and do it now. Cash App Latoya Harris, MIN. I'm in a black and white stripe dress. Y'all know normally I keep myself together. I can literally count on my hand how many times I've broken down on morning coffee and me. But I feel something amazing happening. Those of y'all that see the tears, these are not tears of sadness. I just can't express. And I thank God and I thank Him. I thank Him. You're sowing your seed of $100. I want you to go and do it. Someone say now. Do it now. The rest of you all, I want you to sow no less than $20. I want you to give no less than $20. You want to go anywhere between 20, 40, 50, 60. I want you to let God speak to you today. And I want you to share in your giving today. I want you to break the back of the enemy and let him know there's something I'm letting go that I will never pick back up again. I will never try to figure it out. I will never try to understand it. I will never continue to rehearse it. It is what it is. It happened the way it happened. I'm leaving it where it is. I finally let it go. Some of y'all are waiting, but I need you to sow. Do it now. Be a blessing. Sow into good ground. A corporate word has been given to everyone. And if you appreciate the word that has set captives free, that has set you free, I want you to put your seed in the ground. Again, 5 of you all will sow $100. The rest of you all will sow no less than 20. And you all know my heart. If you don't have 20, sow what you can. Be blessed, and may the favor of the Lord go with you and keep you. And please hold on to this. Bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.